people would begin to follow the festivals, not so much for the tunes, but to get together and create these instant cities, to do this life support, to figure out the food, the garbage, the whole deal, and to live this positive, creative anarchy that I think eventually began to terrify the powers that be.
What did I think of Goose Lake? I dug it. It was a good festival.
It was the worst drug orgy that was ever held in the United States.
I've been to 4 festivals now, and it's about the second best one I've been to. My favorite was Kickapoo.
We had this incredibly tight harmony sound, and where was room for somebody else here?
He was just so musical and so good that we thought, well, maybe cramming 4 into a space that's only big enough for 3 will be explosive.
Neil was something else. What a piece of work he was.
Neil was sharing a room with a gerbil.
Actually, 2 Bush babies, but...
He
was, Harriet and Speedy, in a Caravan Lodge motel in San Francisco.
You'd walk in the door and these things would ricochet past your face.
They go, don't let him out, don't let him out! I'm not kidding.
They're
not kidding.
Insane.
Harriet and Speedy, the Bush babies. Of course, Neil is the guy that ended up with 300 chickens in his basement because he'd been given a present of 2 chickens and couldn't kill them.
Neil has had an incredible career, you know, the godfather of grunge, you know, and all that, whatever they're calling him now.
I was into the rock and roll and the whole hippie concept. To me, it ended with Woodstock. And a lot of people thought it was just beginning. But my interpretation was, you're going to have some jive in it. So it used to be share this, share that. That had its own kind of protection, you know, because it was all done, weird as it sounds, out of love, whatever they was doing.
There was a moment there where there was a vision. There was a very clear, wonderful vision but see, it had to do with everybody acting in good faith. It had to do with everybody behaving right.
Okay, everybody knows there's something funny going on.
Yeah, your money in your pocket! Tell them, want to make more money, you prick! Turn it up! Man, you got your money? Come on, let them in!
To them, I represent, among other things, somebody who has money, and that makes them angry.
The Isle of Wight Festival was the Hate the Performer Festival. It was bigger than Woodstock, and it was international. It was surrounded by a galvanized fence, which went all the way around. The audience was rough and unruly, and they booed and hissed and yelled, "You sold out. The music belongs to the people. Let's bring the walls down."
The music isn't revolutionary at all. You know, it's called big business. It's a big business trip, that's all.
Listen a minute, will you? Will you listen a minute? Now listen. A lot of people who get up here and sing, I know it's fun, you know, it's a lot of fun. It's fun for me. I get my feelings off through my music. But listen, you got your life wrapped up in it, and it's very difficult to come out here and lay something down when people... I think that you're acting like tourists, man. Give us some respect.
Whereas I was a ham on a small scale, and I liked the small clubs. The bigger the stage got, the more isolated you were. I'd been in the street too long, going anywhere I wanted to by myself too long to give it up, you know. So the idea of being protected and sheltered, and it was excruciatingly depressing to me, the change. I had no designs to be a star.
Nobody wants to be in the center of the spotlight, you know, not in your life. Maybe in your work, but not in your life.
You read about yourself in the papers and people that you've, supposed to have slept with, hotels that you're supposed to have burned to the ground. At first you feel kind of violated, and then you realize, hell, this character is much more interesting than I am.